Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you haven't already subscribed yet, you find you enjoy these channelings, and I appreciate your subscribing and joining in. And I will be channeling the Sirius Collective. They want me to let them introduce them, so I don't know exactly how they'll be introducing themselves as of yet, but I'm gonna go right in, and this is my first channeling with them. We did connect energetically and exchanged conversation earlier tonight, so it's with great pleasure that I can bring them through right now. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Tibetan bowl to tune in and welcome their energies in. Tingshas. These are representative of the divine feminine in Buddhism. Very good, okay. I'm just going to take a sip of water. Yes. Yes. We are the Sirian Collective. We are very pleased to be of service, of connecting with all of you. Yes. Christo is getting familiar with our, shall we say, signature energies between the Pleiadians and the Arcturians and the Sirians, and we were all coming through earlier tonight for her, exchanging our energies and our love. Yes, and we each have a very, we all have very significant energies, and we all share great love for humanity. Yes, we do. We are all here of great service for humanity. And we are all working together, shall we say, as a collective, bringing our energies through and our loving transmissions through those who are attuning themselves to love, taking care of their vibrations, and connecting with Gaia. Yes. We are of great magnetic service to humanity. You see, we all ascend together. We all ascend together. Yes. We've been here with humanity for, well, since the beginning. since the beginning, before the beginning. Yes, we helped bring Gaia about. We helped to create this beautiful collective you have here on your world, this beautiful collective of sentient beings, of plant life, of the animal kingdom, of all the souls there. Yes, you do hold all within you. Yes, you are hybrids of sorts, yeah. You feel deep resonance and connection to certain beings from certain galaxies. You feel called to connect. And sometimes it takes great tragedy for humans to open up to something greater, something more, something beyond what they have been taught, what you have been taught in your schools and classrooms and through your work and through hearsay. You simply know that there must be more than all this. What are you here for, if not for love? Yes, you are here for love. If you feel the resonance of that, you are here for love. Creation, service. It has been a long time coming for you to get to this point. Holding a certain collective vibration to reach a point where the scales tip, shall we say. The scales tipped and there's a huge call, a huge collective call for help. Help. There are many beings here, non-physical, and what you would call extraterrestrials. There are physical extraterrestrial beings. There are non-physical extraterrestrial beings. There are many here for love. There are many who have heard the call. There are many here to help, assist. But you see, we simply cannot come in and help without asking. Yes, it's like someone in your life who might just want to give you advice all the time, unrequited advice, but you didn't ask for it, yeah? So we have a rule where we help when it is asked for. We are of service, but you must open up to us, and you must open your hearts, and you must open up and expand your consciousness. You must lift your vibration. You see, we meet. We cannot meet you when you're way down in the trenches, so to speak, when you're down in the muddy waters of your mind. You must lift up your vibration. You must open your hearts through meditation, the power of being in the present moment. Yes, Eckhart Tolle is a great teacher of this. There's many great teachers of this on your world who have great connection to all that is, and who have many beings working with them in the non-physical, and who are simply aware that there is so much more, and aware of the power of their minds, power of their thoughts, and that their thoughts create their reality. Yes, you are becoming more aware of this as a collective and individually. Those who come to this channel are open beings, curious beings, loving beings, and can simply feel it within them. Feel it within them that in some way this is all just a dream. Can feel their connection beyond this world, beyond this earth here. Connection that goes far beyond time and space. A connection to all that is. Yeah, so imagine your heart's opening. Imagine the 1,000-leaf lotus flower blossoming. That is your heart. Imagine the chambers of your heart opening, opening, opening. You have put many bars up. You've locked yourselves in your own prisons, within your minds and in your hearts. It's as if you're behind jail cells. But you see you hold the key to open it, and you see there is no jail cell at all. It was all of your own making, all of your own dream that you were dreaming, that you were in a prison. And you chose to keep on dreaming this dream. You must discern, and you must give notice and give great care to where you put your attention. Give great care to where your attention goes. As you are creating that which you give your attention to. And if it is fear, if it is negative beliefs, if it is separation consciousness, if it is, well, look at all the hate going on in the world. If it is, look at all the illness going on. If it is, look at all the terrible defeat. Oh, look at those poor people. You're giving your attention to that which you do not want. We want you to give your attention to love. We want you to give your attention to the great power that each of you has within you to create your reality, to create a world in which all beings live in peace and in harmony and great joy and great service, and where you get to create the lives you want to live and there is no competition. Yes, a human collective that is of love and that is of service and that cares about one another and that has compassion and forgiveness, unconditional love. We want you to give your attention to all that is going well. We want you to give your attention to your health improving, your vitality. How wonderful it is that you have lungs that can breathe. How wonderful it is that you have a heart that beats. How wonderful it is that you can walk around and run and dance and play. How wonderful it is that you can create things with your hands. You're non-physical beings in physical vessels. You are creator beings created in the likeness of Prime Creator. You are all creator beings, and we are all one. We are all creator beings. We would like to see you appreciating the children more. We would like to appreciate the joy that they have and the play and the laughter. You can learn much from the children on your world, and not criticize them or scold them for being free, for being free sovereign beings. They feel their emotions and they laugh and they're a little bit wild, and you know what? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You can all be a little bit more that way, yes? A little less constricted, a little less stuffy, a little less cold. Children are the greatest teachers there on your world. They're the greatest teachers. Honor the children. They might have little bodies, but they are great. Creator, energetic, source energy, non-physical beings in physical bodies. And many of them are highly evolved, old souls. They know very well what their path is. They know very well what they like. They know very well what they don't like. You must step out of the way and stop acting as if you know what's best for them. They know what's best for them. You can assist them by, you have children, you give them healthy food to eat and a safe bed to sleep in, a warm bed to sleep in. You let them play. But do not think you know what's best for them. They have their own heart's guidance and they have their own guidance system. It's much more integrated than yours was coming in, because simply the vibration, the collective vibration is rising on your world. So you are having higher vibrational beings coming in to your physical plane naturally. Consciousness evolution, you're evolving. These are evolved souls, evolved. They do not have to deal with so much trauma as many of you have dealt with. Yeah, they've cleared their path, so to speak. They cleared up their side of the street. They know what they're here for. They're here for love. They're here for joy. They're here for passion. They're here to explore their curiosity. They are here for connection. They are here for the evolution of consciousness. They are here to help take care of Gaia. They are here to care for the animals. They are here to share in love. They are here to explore their interests, not yours. Not what you want for them. Do you see? It is a great hindrance that many parents place on their children by simply thinking that they're being loving when they are telling them what they should be doing, or giving them advice, unrequited advice, putting their opinions on them and their blurry belief structures and scolding and all those things. It hinders their growth. But you see, the souls coming in that have been coming in again, they already know. You do not need to tell them, they already know. Just support them in what they love. Support them in their passions. It might not be what you want for them, but that's not that's not what they're here for. The focus is to be inward, on your soul's growth, on your soul's expansion, on your consciousness evolution, on your heart expanding and opening, on your connection to Gaia, and to connection to all beings and to all that is. This is your journey. This is your evolution. This is your expansion of consciousness. You are galactic beings. You are one with cosmos. You are one with all beings. We are all here in great love. This channel has gone through a great clarification process through her studies in A Course in Miracles. She's been studying since 2014 when she had a very great depression. She was in her house, and after she got out of the hospital, because she didn't want to live, and she was crying, and she was on her knees in her bedroom, just crying and saying, there must be another way, because I do not want to be here. I don't want to do this anymore. And she went to work. She had a very difficult time at work. See, she just came out of the hospital after having a nervous breakdown and collapsing to the floor. She was in the hospital for 3 weeks, got checked in. She went to go get antidepressants, but she was planning on going home and taking them all and ending her life. And then she was asked if she was planning on killing herself, and she burst into tears. And so they had to admit her to the hospital. So you see, when she left the hospital, she was still in a state of shock. Her pain body was very significant. It was very painful for her to be in her physical vessel. You see, because she was so far away from love that it was a very viscerally painful experience for her. She remembers feeling like she had daggers through her heart and a rope around her neck, and her face was so tense. She was working in a restaurant, and she couldn't bear to be around people, that much energy, in the state she was in. She was very suicidal. And so she went to a young man at that work she didn't know very well, but you see, sometimes your intuition guides you to people. She said to him, I don't want to live anymore. I don't know what to do. And he told her to go to the bookstore after work and to pick up A Course in Miracles. He said it'll save your life. And then he also said, my mother is doing channelings every Sunday and studying on the Course in Miracles, and you're welcome to come to the house for these channelings. And so Krista picked up the book right away. She knew with everything in her that this resonated with her heart. She was on her knees praying and asking for something, and this completely resonated with her. She never heard of the book before. And she went to the channeling, and it was, some of you may know Tina Louise Spalding. And she was channeling Ananda and Yeshua. Yes, because the teachings in the Course in Miracles are the teachings of Yeshua, the true teachings of Jesus. Yeah, it's a great text. Very devoted devotees. It's not an easy book to read. It did save Krista's life. It saved her life. It was a very slow crawl out of a black hole. And she was on antidepressants for about 6 weeks. Tina told her to get off the antidepressants. Krista's whole family insisted that she stayed on them. And Krista felt very intimidated by her family at that time. Her voice was very small. She had some bullying energies, some big dominant energies around her in many ways. So dominating that she collapsed. She simply couldn't take it anymore. This was before she went to the hospital. But she listened to Tina. She continued to go to the channelings. And she found great love and support there. She continued with her studies, and she did crawl out of the hole. She got out of serving, and she started working with plants on a farm. It was good for her to be around plants, although a bit hectic of an atmosphere. But you see, she simply carried on, just did one moment at a time, one day at a time. Many of you who are aware of that, anyone who suffers with addiction, although that wasn't what it was happening at that time, but that's saying one day at a time. Yeah, one breath at a time. And Krista found joy again. And she wasn't sure that she would ever feel joy again in her life or that she would ever laugh again. And she did. We are not saying that this is the way and the path for everyone. There are many paths to love. But this is the way that worked for her. She was very committed, very devoted. Because she knew she couldn't go on the way she was living. And she knew there had to be another way. There was enough of a crack in the veneer to let the light come in. Find your way amongst the storm. Find the calm within your heart. Find the peace and clarity within your mind. It's all there. It's always been there. You simply have let the clouds rest in and sit heavy on your mind and on your hearts. But the sun is always there shining brightly behind the clouds. The sun is always out. Feel your emotions. And Krista knew she had to do that. She had to feel her emotions no matter how painful everything was. She said, I must feel everything. She simply wouldn't believe that she was sick or ill or any labels anyone would want to put on anyone. She's very stubborn that way, and that's very good. See, when you have family members who suffer from mental illness, which we could say most beings do, that aren't in full alignment with love, might not have gotten hospitalized and written down on a piece of paper that you have something, But many beings are suffering greatly. And Krista knew that those names simply put people in boxes. And you're meant to break out of the boxes. She would not swallow those pills anymore. We would like you all to value your life, your experience, your ups and your downs, your relationships, the lessons you've learned, the integrity you've gained, and when you've been humbled greatly in life, when you've been humiliated. Value it all. There are great lessons here on your world for you. It's okay to admit you were wrong, or you're unkind, where you could have been more kind. You must choose love again and again. We are the Sirius Collective, and we will be tuning in with you again. Stay in your hearts. Connect with the beings you love. Connect with the animals you love. Appreciate children in your world. They are of great value and import. They are of great service. They are very valuable. They are here in great love. That is all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you who take the time to listen to the full message. And there's great healing within the messages. And thank you so much for joining. And if you feel called to continue on, then I appreciate you subscribing or sharing or liking the videos to help get the message out. Especially if you know anyone who's struggling with depression or mental illness. These are subjects that come up within the channelings. This has been a great part of my experience and finding love for myself, learning to love myself through all of it, and learning to forgive. The Course in Miracles is it's taught me forgiveness and to have compassion and unconditional love, and I've learned to be more gentle and kind with myself and with others, and to let go of resentments. And it's brought about great healing in my life, and brought me into a great practice of meditation, and therefore a greater connection to all that is. So follow your hearts, and thank you so much for being here, being on earth, and being here in love. We're doing great work. Keep it up. Telepathic hug. Okay, bye.